Did we ever have a crisis? Do we still have a crisis? Are we short on housing? Are we not short on housing? What is the deal, TK? What about the housing crisis? Do we have a housing crisis? Are we in a housing crisis? Or what's going on? Because there seems to be a lot of inventory, more inventory coming, and nobody seems to be buying it, which used to be the problem, TK. The problem was we didn't have enough for the people to buy. Now we have enough for the people to buy. We have no people willing to buy. And so did we ever have a crisis? Do we still have a crisis? Are we short on housing? Are we not short on housing? What is the deal, TK?
Well, I'll tell you, I did something stupid this week.
I'll bet.
I bought a condo.
Yes, you did. Did you go firm? Did you get it?
Firmed up.
Look at you, TK. Look
like
at
a
you.
dummy. Like a dummy.
Like
So,
a dummy.
couldn't
Firm
wait.
offer.
I could have waited longer for a better deal. But you know what? I said forget it. I'm
Made
getting
up your mind?
Yeah, I'm getting in my opinion, 30+% discount
From when?
off peak.
Off peak? Off peak.
Yeah.
Now you know off peak. Every other
Yeah.
time I ask you off peak, you don't know. But when you're buying it, you know. An
30%.
important stat,
30%
right?
off peak. I thought, yeah, that's good enough for me. I'm not greedy.
It makes you feel like you got a good deal, right?
Yeah, but it's market. It's not like it's like cheaper than like everybody else. That's just what the price is,
The market there
where
is
that
down.
is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
So,
then
congratulations.
we made another offer on another property, but I don't know. We'll see where that one's gonna go. But anyways, I think it's a good time to buy. I don't know.
TK's
Maybe
buying,
I'm wrong.
everybody. Yeah,
Maybe
listen.
I'm wrong. Maybe I'm stupid.
I mean, okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah.
Are you wrong? Is it a good time to buy, TK? Well, I mean,
The fundamentals is
you're
what you gotta look
buying.
at. Cash
Yeah.
flow, you gotta look at, like how much is your mortgage? How much is the rent gonna be? If this makes sense and you're happy and the money that you have for a down payment and all that kind of stuff, that's your best return, then why not?
So you're buying condos, you're buying 10 plexes, right? Did
Maybe.
you buy that or you put
No,
an
not
offer
yet.
on that? You're
Put an offer
thinking
on that
about
one.
that.
Yeah.
Look at you. You're buying. I'm not buying nothing right now. If anybody brought me something to buy, I would be like, no,
No
I don't even
thanks.
want to look at that. Thank you
Well,
very
your
much.
deals, I wouldn't want to be doing any of your deals right now. That's for sure.
You wouldn't want to be doing one of my deals right now?
No, like a big land deal right now and trying to have to get financing and trying to
Well,
have
it,
to do all the planning on it and stuff. Like you better be getting that thing for like so cheap. Like it better be so freaking cheap. You can't believe how good it is.
no, but even then, I mean, listen, depending on the product, okay,
Yeah.
there is an appetite still for high end stuff and the land that's underneath it.
Yeah.
There is a high demand for that stuff. Trust me. I can't even believe it myself. But
hmm
I am so glad that I do not currently own my previous project on Kingston Road anymore.
Yeah.
From what I gather and what I think, the guys who bought it from me are not doing so well at the moment. Not because of that deal, but because of, well, I guess the underwriting of that deal at the time. It was probably not the smartest move on their part. Me getting rid of it was brilliance. Them buying it, not so good, right?
Mhm.
Now, having said that, there is so many people right now that are like, I don't know what to do with this thing. I can't tell anybody I don't know what to do with this thing, but like the walls are starting to cave in, right?
Mm.
There's I've said it so many times. How long can like the money behind a deal wait for you to just try and find the right time to launch or figure out how to turn it into a purpose-built rental? The thing is, TK, is with the prices that people paid for stuff, it's very hard to not do at least what you were thinking, as your minimum worst case scenario, right?
hmm
Which for most is not, townhouses on a downtown site that they paid 150 million for, right?
Not gonna happen.
No. And so if you needed to have X amount of units or X amount of square feet that sold for X amount of dollars, you're kind of cooked right now, right? Because you cannot turn a 500 square foot bachelor or one bedroom or turn two of them into 1,000 square foot 2 or 3 bedroom and still make enough money, right? It doesn't work
Yep.
because
Yep.
people can't afford a condo for so goddamn much, right?
Yeah.
The problem that we have, TK, to answer my own question, is that
Please do.
we still we have a housing mismatch at the moment. TK, we have tons of housing. We have tons of people that want housing, need housing, like roofs over their heads. But we don't have the product at the price point that anybody can do or wants to do. So it's like this waiting game going on. Or I don't know what's going to happen, actually, because like if you look at any of these sites downtown that needed to get 30, 40, 50 stories, like that they have to have average size units of 600 square feet, 550 square feet, right? Chopped up all kinds of crazy ways, right? So that they can get maximum price. And no one's buying this now. No, when is somebody, what would make, okay, well, you did it. So what made you 30% under peak? Is this a magic number? What?
No, but I mean, my situation is different. But the bottom line is pre-construction. That's the real ticket. It's where do those people, um, where did those people in the past come from?
Crazyville.
So one, a lot of them were using money in that game that they had already made with previous deals. So they're recycling it. They're taking their profits and then they're
Rolling it in.
rolling them into the next deal over and over and over again. And then as they're making more and more money, and they're like, I made 200 grand, I made 300 grand, I made whatever. They're showing their friends and family. Then their friends and families are taking their life savings and saying, hey, I should be going
Yeah.
into pre-constructions too. Then once things got crazy, then everyone started borrowing money and say, if I get a mortgage on my house and I can get a line of credit, or, I can use money that I'm not supposed to be using in order to be able to put down as a down payment, I'm going to flip it. I got a call from a guy recently, same thing, hey, what do you think we can do with this? We don't plan on closing, never planned on closing, thought we could assign it and flip it early. And it's like, well, you can't. So
Yeah.
get ready to close. Thank God it's only $500,000, $600,000,
Yeah, but there's
not
so many
$2
of those coming.
million because you were trying to, I don't know what you were trying to do,
But there's
but
like thousands and tens of
thousands of
thousands
those.
of them
So
coming.
the point of my story is those people just don't exist anymore. We just don't have anybody. The people who kept rolling their money, they're now going to lose it all. Like not all of it, but they're losing their nest egg, right? The part that they were rolling over each time.
Yeah.
The people who were gambling and took money from other places, that's gone. So like they're not going to come in. Nobody new is going to come into the market. And so the only time that the pre-construction condo market should come back, in my opinion, is when they start catering it towards end users.
Are you looking for the best merch store on the planet? Well, we got the shit for you. Coming in at low prices where we barely make any money off of whatsoever, you can get the greatest real estate merchandise on this platform. Just look at this very flamboyant man putting on this great stuff. He looks great, he's dancing great, and boy does he look sexy in that merchandise. I tell you, buy this for anybody, you buy this for yourself. You will be not only repping the greatest Canadian real estate podcast in this world, but you will also be looking hella good doing it.